Check.
I've been struggling, hustling, thinking it forever. In my yard, I've been struggling, hustling, thinking it forever. In my yard, I've been struggling, hustling, thinking it forever. In my yard, I've been struggling, hustling, thinking it forever. Only time will tell. Come look deeply in my eyes. See the murder moon that lies. These are the days of our lives. Now coming to my wedding, you can see that we are more than done. We just a little twisted form and leave us smoking lethal warriors. Now coming to my wedding, you can see that we are more than done. We just a little twisted form and leave us smoking lethal warriors. Each of your thugs, you are telling them soldiers yours. Been daily collecting my lesson without any question, without any question, stressing, no resting. We journey this blessing, shifting the every range of things. Once the world was breaking me down, mesmerized, controlled by the other side. I never was in my town, looking for me, but it won't get me in time. Fuck with bone, and I can hit rhyme, we rhyme. Never believe it's all the time, nigga, we lie. We straight up soldiers, but it ain't no soldiers. We raw before we go road, nigga, we ride, we all of y'all. Yo, my dogs, if you call, if you fall, you better than nigga, whatever that I will be. Yeah, lean on me, but let us get rid of the enemy, nigga, for singing a wild rhyme. If you think you can hang it, now come into my life, you can see that we are more than done. We're just a little twist of rum and leave us smoking lethal warriors. Now come into my world and you can see that we are more than done. We're just a little twist of rum and leave us smoking lethal warriors. Living in the studio, y'all know we gon' hydro every time we rhyme. I'm high, look at me deeply in my eyes. I rise to the top of the game, no way that I had to run, no way that I had to turn. Sure, but a lot of these niggas won't learn, but the money that I earn won't first, so come again. Better watch that mag 10. Nigga, this one's for me and my friends. We steadily rolling. I told you, keep bringing on platinum and gold. Fat, put it all on the ground, get home. Yeah, we used to get down. Get down. They clap back, put it on the ground, I get down. Let's go, try when I'm away, broken nose, sitting on the bottom, low. Little easy blessings, so proud, so proud. Never see guys stress for the beats, the streets, and none of these parties, always long. They still wanna pop, no bitch, no, no. Into my room, you can see that we are more than done. More than touch, more than touch, more than touch. We just a little twist of fun, we were smoking lethal warriors, warriors, warriors. Now come into my room, and you can see that we are more than done. More than touch, more than touch. We just a little twist of fun, we were smoking lethal warriors, warriors, warriors. No mystery, the mystery, and I'm gonna put it in the machine. Let me the scriptures to stop. You see me, I'm hoping for the state in. Yeah, baby, double be up and give up on my twin. Living numbers on the bit of the big. So, we wanna back, you wanna back, you gotta back, so set about the dog, to the niggas down for the best to crowd. All my Lord can tell dies. So pick up the puzzle and piece it and put it together by Lord. My Lord, maintain this heart as I'm a soldier at war. Cause everybody wanna try to bring up the devil in me, but the evil's embedded in me. We keep me at peace. Take notes, cause here it comes. That rhythm won't come in to carry you. They come in the ship and they put in the gauge out. They put it up to your tempo like they blow your brains out. You can see that we are more than done. More than touch, more than touch, more than touch. We just a little twist of fun and we were smoking lethal warriors, warriors, warriors. Now come into my room and you can see that we are more than touch, more than touch, more than touch. We just a little twist of fun and we were smoking lethal warriors, warriors, warriors. Now come into my room and you can see that we are more than done. More than touch, more than touch, more than touch. We just a little twist of fun and we were smoking lethal warriors, 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 warriors. Now come into my room and see the murder, more than lies. More than touch, more than touch, more than touch. These are the days of our lives. Let me clear my throat. Hey, what's up, fellas? Hey, everybody that's up in here, man, go ahead, hit a 1 for me, man. Make sure that we're gonna do a sound check. Make sure y'all can hear me, man, before we get it started, man. Hit 1 for me, fellas. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. There we go. All right, check it out. Man, I don't know what it is with black folks, man. My boy Vector, he hits me up last night and he says that he wants to go ahead and do a show, man, where we basically speaking on Kevin Samuels. And I was thinking about doing it as well, but I was like, I don't know, everybody's doing these testimonials, these eulogies, man, these testimonials about Kev, man, that he done passed. I was like, I don't even know if cats would even be receptive to it, man. You know what I mean? But, bruh, I mean, last night and this morning when I was seeing all the hate and vitriol that these broads was throwing on Kev, man, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Had no idea. Well, no, I can't lie. I can't lie. I did know that most of these broads, man, was the spawn of Satan. Yeah, I did know that, man. You know what I mean? But a lot of times I forget, since I've been out the game so long, I just forget how vindictive and spiteful the the black female can be, man. So I was just like, nah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and it's just so many broads out here spitting venom on the brother, man. I gotta go ahead and add my 2 cents in. As far as the universe is concerned, man, I gotta go ahead and hit the universe with some positive energy, man, for the brother, man, who came up in this joint and he was bold with it, man. I really appreciated what he was doing, man. It was a breath of fresh air to see a brother with these sort of talking points, even though everyone has this issue about where he got the talking points from.
but he's the one that broke through, and he's the one that really made. I don't know what you would say, man. I mean, he had the special sauce, man. He had the special ingredients to actually make it pop and go damn near mainstream, brother. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking to myself, if anybody can do it better, then brothers, y'all got to step up your game and do it better, man. Everybody talking about who's going to fill his shoes, and ain't nobody gonna fill this brother's shoes, man. I mean, he was one of a kind, bro. You know what I mean? Once again, y'all may have y'all issues about what he was saying and where he got it from, man, but he packaged it just right. He packaged it just right. Now, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be dropping a link here, and if anyone has anything, um, I don't know, hopefully positive to say. I mean, if you have disagreements, if you have things that if you had I don't know, an issue with some of the things he was saying, then I mean, you can go ahead and express that as well. You know what I mean? We don't dick ride over here, man. So I mean, we can point out the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I mean? I would hope that you try to keep it as respectful as possible, man, because the brother, I mean, damn, man, it's just crazy. Brother can't catch a break out here, man. Brothers can't catch a. Seems like any brother, man, has got something positive to say. His life get cut short, man. Either it's this wicked ass system he in that want to throw his ass in jail, throw him in prison, throw away the key, this unjust ass system, or somehow, some way he mysteriously dies of a heart attack. I'm like, damn, another brother mysteriously dead of a heart attack. This reminds me of Pimp C. Anybody who knows the boy Pimp C from UGK, Pimp C was about to do some real hardcore shit, man, as far as, delivering the goods, as far as what we call being financially independent from the record labels, man, these draconian record labels that's owned by whites and Jews and whatnot. He was about to put together a conglomerate, man, to bury these motherfuckers, man. And all of a sudden, he somehow dead of a drug overdose. I'm like, damn, really? You know what I mean? Shit. I mean, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was about to do something, I believe. I don't know what was it. I forget what he was about. He was about to make some sort of major moves when it comes to the NBA or when it comes to clothing or shoe sales. He was about to do something that's gonna like really hurt white folks, man. You know what I mean? All of a sudden he go down in a helicopter crash. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm not understanding. I'm like, how does this happen? You got your Bill Cosby's, you got your R. Kelly's, you got your Michael Jacksons, you got your Princes, all these brothers coming to a weird, untimely demise, man. You know what I mean? And I think that the powers that be, they real sensitive to that shit, man. They don't want nobody with the special sauce growing and taking root, man. They don't want that shit to happen. So all of a sudden, this brother just, I know this the tinfoil hat right here, man, but all of a sudden, this brother, you know, dying of a heart attack. And believe it or not, you know, our government, they do have certain pertinent technologies, man, that can actually stop your heart. You know what I mean? Through, I believe what you would call sound wave frequency technologies, man. You know what I mean? They could sit right outside your house and point, some sort of radar dish right in your crib, man, and make your heart stop beating. Now, of course, we could say, nah, nigga, that was just him doing drugs and drinking Red Bull. Like we don't know how that happened. You know what I mean? We're waiting on the autopsy, man. But yeah, man, government got that kind of shit. You know what I mean? They want to get rid of your ass. They can do it real nice and quiet, like, you know. So one would say, man, Mac, you really think that the government will actually like pay attention to someone as small and insignificant as a Kevin Samuels? I wouldn't necessarily call him as small and insignificant, man. That the very message that he was preaching and kicking, man, was anti NWO. It was anti globalist, man, because he was talking about getting that family on fleek, man, getting your family together, man. You getting your money right, getting your education right, you know, having your woman fly right so she can actually become a serious helpmate, help meet. You know, they ain't trying to hear that shit. They don't want that. No, not in the least, man. You know what I mean? So them anybody that's coming up and has a real popular message spitting that, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I believe that they got their eye, they got their pulse on that sort of shit, man. COINTELPRO was real. COINTELPRO was real. And you know, anybody who basically states that, yeah, man, you know, it could very well be that they was gathering up some intel on Kev, man. could be. I'm not saying that happened. I'm just saying it's a possibility. They keep tabs on cats, man, out there that's making waves. They keep tabs, man. I'm just saying. I'm like, wow, every brother out there, come on, every brother out there with some money, every brother out there with some influence, every brother out there that's talking shit that, you know, these oligarchs ain't trying to hear. All of a sudden, end up gone. I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping, bro. So once again, yeah, my boy Vector's supposed to chime on in here, but since he's black, he don't know how to be on time. That's right. I'm dropping the link for anybody that want to jump on in here. Otherwise, y'all be stuck with me just rambling, just talking shit with my tinfoil hat, man. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. Be right back. All right. Here we go. I'm back. All right. Well, check this out, man. Let me tell y'all a little something about Kevin right quick, man. You know, I didn't really know Kevin. I know when I got up on here, I don't know. I first ran into Kevin when I was on one of O'Shea Duke Jackson's hangouts, man, and we had a brief interaction, man. You know, I think we may have maybe spoke two sentences to each other, whatever, man. But yeah, it was just very interesting to see someone who, I mean, for all intents and purposes, I mean, we started both at ground zero, you know what I mean, coming up on YouTube, man, because we came up on here pretty much about the same time. And it's real funny, man, just watching how, you know, someone can actually ascend the heights of success and how someone such as I, just remain stagnant, don't go any goddamn where, you know what I mean? But then again, I didn't have the drive that Kevin has. And I never really considered this a I don't know, a career move. You know what I mean? I was making my money elsewhere and I was pretty much satisfied and shit. But just watching him make them moves, man, and watching him, you know, come together with certain individuals and network and do this and do that and then finally break through. It was brilliant, man. I loved it, man. I wasn't like the rest of these niggas, man. Like really butthurt about the shit, man. No, I could see if he was on here as long as he was, or even longer, uh I could see, you know, you being butthurt about it, man. You know what I mean? If you was here 3-4 years prior to Kevin and you know you still stagnant and you ain't making them moves, you're not getting them numbers, man. I can actually feel your pain on that, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, shout out to David Carroll also, man. You know what I mean? So that's what we gonna do right now, man. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give like 10 seconds of silence, man, because I never really got a chance to come on here and show my respect for David Carroll as well as KS. So shout out to Louis Kanye for reminding me about that, man. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get 10 seconds of silence for these brothers, man. All right. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to David Carroll as well, boy. Yeah. David Carroll. Yeah. David Carroll was spitting that ism too. Yeah, man. David wasn't playing no games either. And all of a sudden, I mean, I don't know how he died. But yeah, man, he passed away as well. Any brother that's got something real to say, something relevant to say, man, it seems like it's weird, man. Somehow, some way. They just bite the bullet, my nigga. They just go to that upper room, man. But yeah, I could see how a lot of people, how a lot of folks would be on here really mad at the fact that he would blow up so fast, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of people would say, he had help from the powers that be due to the fact that he was kind of metrosexual. And there's no denying that the powers that be, they are pushing metrosexual, effeminate, sugary type black men. And I was just like, I didn't really know how to feel about Kev, man. You know what I mean? There was no question that the brother was sharp. He was definitely sharp, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I mean, look, the brother with his fashion and all that. Yeah, you could tell why broads would be sitting around hanging on every word he would say, because chicks is into that sort of shit, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was really sharp. But then again, there was some other things that was going on. Some of them satellite situations that had me kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know. He had, just some of his choice of words, some of his mannerisms, and then there was the glitch debacle where there was a man in the bed on his live stream, and he was a cheerleader, and shit like that, man. Just like, I'm real sensitive to that, man, because I'm not about promoting sugary, sweet black men. I'm not into that, man. You know what I mean? Shoot, so I was in a quandary. I'm like, man, how do I, I'm like, well, how I basically tackled it was, well, every now and then I'm gonna come on here, when I see him getting lambasted, because I hate to see people get bullied and played, man. But I kind of distanced myself to a degree because I didn't want to have egg on my face once it came out that he possibly would have swung the other way, man. I was like, man, I can't co-sign that. Can't co-sign that. And I guess that's why, even though he has passed, and I don't know how true the rumors are, but they're basically stating that he passed in the company of a fly ass chick. And I'm also happy about that. Not happy that he passed away, but if Big Mike gonna go, if I'm gonna go out, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would have, a big booty white girl, big booty Latina, big booty, Shaquita, something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of cats out here talking shit about him passing away. At first they were saying he died alone, but now there's these other reports coming out stating that no, he didn't die alone. Not at all. Okay, hold on, y'all. We got some players coming up on here. My man James. Let me see here. Shoot. Yeah, man. I don't know how true the rumors are, but yeah, they stating that he had a fly ass chick with him, man, when he passed away, bruh. So, he gets the last laugh, actually, if you ask me. You know what I mean? He's giving everybody the finger that thought he was playing for the other team. So, I don't know. He still may have been by. I don't know, man. But that right now, that's inconsequential. It's actually irrelevant, man. You know what I mean? We can only go by what we actually know for a fact, and that is he had a chick with him when he passed away, man. You know what I mean? He had a woman with him. He had a broad. He had a pretty fly ass chick with him, man. And I'm so happy. So happy that, man, that when he did pass away, it was the way I want to go out. That's right, man. I want to go out just like that. James, you there? Hold on, y'all. Control V. Put that joint back up in there. Okay. Well, James ain't ready to talk. I guess he ain't in here right now. But let me also tell y'all a little something else about Kev, man, when it comes to game and whatnot, man. Kev was giving y'all a lot of game and y'all really wasn't probably peeping it while he was doing it. But of course I did, this Big Mike, man. So, I mean, this is how I made my bones in the streets, man, by basically counseling women, man, using your verbal skills, man, the art of chit chat, man. Shit. A lot of people didn't really understand just how crucial, just how deadly that shit is, man. Sitting around just actually counseling women, but of course, counseling them from a position of authority, man. I found that very refreshing, man, that he would sit right there, man, in real time and show y'all how women would eat that up, man. He showed y'all the power of conversation and the power of actually having a woman wanting to validate herself to you. You know what I mean? There was a lot of women coming on there trying to prove that they are actually um, high value men material. Yeah, they were trying really hard to show that yeah, high value men should want me. They were trying to prove it to Kevin. And they were going back and forth with the banter, and it was hilarious. It reminded me when I was coming up in the game, man, a lot of females would come over to my apartment, and before we would do anything, right, we would sit down and have a counseling session. I would actually sit down and talk to them, man, figure out what was going on in their head and what was, what the business was, man. But before we would even do that, they would come in and I would have pictures on my wall, right? Since I was a photographer. And so each time they would come into the apartment, they would see basically a pecking order. They would see who I valued as a woman, you know what I mean? Or as a friend or as a confidant, man. So I would have like a series of 10 pictures and I would tell them, this is my wall of fame. These are the women that made the cut. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. And they was like, well, why ain't I up there? So I'm like, aha, gotcha. You know what I mean? Now it's off to the races now. Now she gonna do any and everything in her power to try and make the cut, try and make the grade. She asking me like, Big Mike, how come I ain't on the wall? How come I ain't made the grade? Why am I not up on that wall? So each time she would come over, man, it was just always was about that goddamn wall. You know what I mean? That's the same thing Kevin was doing. Kevin was just like, no, you don't make the cut. No, you don't make it. A high value man don't want to screw with nobody like you. You got no, baby, no. You got to up your game. You got to up your game, baby. The high value man ain't got time to be playing with you. You small potatoes. You know what I mean? So I seen the game that Kev was running. I was like, man, this is a masterful work right here, man. This is masterful. I love it. But of course, the typical average nigga ain't really understanding it, man, because he ain't really lived it. What Kev was doing, when he was on some real live pimp shit, man. He was on some real live pimp shit. That's how pimps get down, man. The female's got to prove her worth. She must be, you have to validate her, man. You know what I mean? She want to know, do I make the grade? Do I make the cut? Whether they asking Big Mike or whether they asking Kevin Samuels or whether they asking Sinful the P, because I straight out the pimp rule book, man. I mean, the chick got to prove herself, bro. You know what I mean? Y'all kind of perplexed about how come the women keep coming back. How come they keep coming back? If they hate him so much and they hate his message so much, why do they keep coming back? And that was the interesting thing about watching all these broads out here get angry and get mad and get pissed off at Kevin, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, what you mad at him for? Was the females coming up in there? I mean, they signed up for it. They want to know, Kev, do I make the cut? Kev, am I pretty enough? Do I make enough money, Kevin? Do I, I mean, it was just ridiculous, man. They asked 1,001 questions about, about money, sex, image, everything that they could throw at Kev to make it, stick on the wall, man, to see if they could actually measure up to being a high value man's boot thing, man. And, he was just telling them like it is and how, I mean, especially with the kid thing, man. It was just amazing how just ridiculous these females was thinking. I'm like, you come to a high value man's abode, you in his face wanting to be chose, but you got 3 different kids by 3 different niggas, and you still think that a high value man want to fuck with you? I mean, he was just telling them the real. He was telling them the facts. There was a lot of females that wanted to get with me. And I'm like, and I was married at the time, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, they was tripping. I'm like, you didn't even finish high school. You got like, once again, you got 3 different kids by 2 different niggas. I'm like, I ain't signing up for that shit. Kevin didn't lie to him. Kevin's like, look, if you got a dude out here that's really making moves and getting money, man, and you know, no, you done fucked your life up. I ain't trying to sign on for that shit. Not in the least. James. I guess James ain't. Well, shit. Oh, damn. What's up with my man Pharaoh? Pharaoh Edmondson, man. What's going on, pimping? What is the deal, man? Shit. Let me say what's up to the cats in the chat right quick, man. Yeah, what's up to Bob Jack, Louis Kanye, James. I don't know where the hell James went. Okie doke. X Ray. Oh, I guess that's X Ray Universe. And of course, Pharaoh Edmondson. What's up? Oh my God, I'm gonna stop doing these shows, man, where it's it's like the second show my man Vector wanted me to do, and the nigga ain't even show up, man. I'm like, okay, all right, Vector, man, you want some nigga shit, man. You want some nigga shit, man. Cause I could have did one of these joints solo. Could have just did a pre-recorded one, man. Shit. But yeah, I was really appreciating, the jewels and the gems that my man was dropping, man. He was doing some high powered, some pimping, man, right there, man. And I was just tripping how all these females was just hating on him for it, man. I'm like, there's a lot of females out here that signed up willingly to be critiqued by Kevin. Then imagine my surprise, when he passed, and they are just going in on Kev, man. I'm like, really? Is that how y'all really feel? Is that how y'all really feel? I don't think there's anybody on here that I hate enough that if they were to fuck around and pass away today, then I would be just rejoicing at the fact that they're dead, man. Shit, that we did just a couple days ago, man, where it was we was talking about Taz and his so-called wife Nyla. As much as I'm disgusted by them two son bitches, man, I don't wish death on none of them cats, man. I understand a lot of this shit is just money, man. It's just a hustle. You know what I mean? This shit is WWE. YouTube is WWE, man. If you got to go ahead and act a certain way, create a certain persona to get money and to get paid, man, I'm like, all right, I'm with it, man. Not trying to. I don't understand it, man. I wish these brothers and sisters, man, would just understand that it's really not that serious. It ain't really that deep, man. So once again, shout out to David Carroll. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. It's, man, brothers cannot get a fair shake, man. How are these brothers dying, man? At some point in time, you got to say to yourself, like, look at the laws of probability here, man. I don't know. Do y'all really think that this is an organic death, man? Do you think that he actually checked out of here on some innocent shit, man, where it was just his time to go? Or do you think somehow, some way, more nefarious things are at work, man? I don't know, man. Cause I could definitely see, Kev was making moves. He was causing a ruckus, man. He was making an impact. I knew he was really making waves, man, where I seen that. Oh, here you go, you big head son bitch. There we go. Vector in the house. About time, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, boy. Man, boy, I was about to cuss you out, man. I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, where the hell's Vector at, man?
Yeah, you be setting the times without hollering at me.
Well, I told you in the text message, man.
You told me after you already set the time.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right about that. But like I said,
I
man,
thought we was gonna do it earlier in the day.
Nah, man. Shit. But I said, I was telling cats I knew Kev was making moves, man, where I was out shopping one day And I heard these two chicken heads, man, they was clucking about Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? I was in the checkout line and they was like, ah, yeah, girl, who this nigga think he is, this and that. I'm like, damn. It started to be where everywhere I would go, I would hear females just really lambasting and going in on Kevin, man. And I was just like, wow, man, he is making waves, man. He is making moves, man. It was a beautiful thing to see. So I'm thinking to myself, how long can he sustain this and how long can he actually do this before some higher ups
Before
don't
they
really.
silence him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, man, bro, because I mean, he talking about family and women being more submissive and subservient and actually, fulfilling the role that a woman should actually be fulfilling. That actually uh help the black man actually make moves and actually have him, I don't know what's the word looking for, prosper, man. But I don't know, Vector, what you got to say, man, about his passing, man? Anything?
Oh man, shit. I mean, luck. It's a good look at it. He kind of went out like a rock star.
Oh yeah,
Um, it's kind of funny, seeing all these women talking shit about him. Like, see, this is, and it's not. I'm sorry, not just women. It's a bunch of suck ass niggas talking shit about Kevin too. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
it's a lot of Mark Lamont Hill type. Oh, well, he talked bad about black men, women, which he didn't.
right,
He's a misogynist, nope, which he's not.
yeah,
And of course, they overlooked, the 3 years plus where he was shitting on black men just as hard.
right,
So,
mm-hmm.
I think I got to, it's just a slight different perspective as, what you're saying is, he was saying stuff to hold women accountable. But I mean, honestly, man, he was on some improved black households as a whole in general,
Right,
and I think that's what really started catching people's eye because he started making brothers try to want to start getting some power. And
mm-hmm.
whenever whenever you start
Yeah,
empowering black men, it's a wrap. And I'm not even talking about
yeah,
feudal women. I'm just talking about he used to tell dudes like, "What the fuck is up with your money?"
mm-hmm.
What, and then the whole. A lot of people kind of skip over his high value definition that says that in order to be high value, you have to be part of a cadre of men and be a man of consequence.
Right,
That flies directly in the face of black culture when it comes to glorifying hyper individualism. Because
mm-hmm.
it's the pimp pastor mindset with us. It's like, oh man, I got all this money, I got all this game, I got all these bitches. The whole, I hit on that the other day when I was talking about Alan Roger Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Like ultimately this super ego super nigga shit where all dudes want to do is sit around and talk about how much better they are than the next man. That shit is destructive. That shit that shit don't empower motherfuckers.
Right,
Ain't nobody out here winning on their own.
man. I'm
So I think that's what a lot of what people miss about Kevin is like, hey, he was actually putting it down and he was putting it on some biblical stuff.
yeah.
I still occasionally, because I'm subscribed to him, listen to Pastor Dow.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
Pastor Dow?
yeah. I
And
listen to him every
even
now and
he
then.
did a video talking about Kevin Samuels passing and how Kevin Samuels took a lot of biblical spin on the roles of man and woman in the house,
Yeah.
and Pastor Dow gave him props on that, even though Pastor Dow doesn't agree with all the fashion and the highfalutin and the money aspect of shit that
Mm-hmm.
Kevin was doing. But Kevin had a lot of Bible in his message.
Okay.
Um, as a matter of fact, some of his some of his most vicious videos was him going in on these women that call themselves Christians.
Yeah, man.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So um, it was
Mm.
cool, man. Kevin did his thing, man. I mean, eh, all I can say is in my book, it's a win. If you can get 56 years on this earth and die a millionaire
Yeah.
and become a household name where your name is gonna ring out for the next
decade or two as a cultural shifter. Like he
Right.
shifted the culture.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers can talk shit about him, but they know his name. Hey
Mm-hmm.
man, if you can leave your mark on this motherfucker and then leave a few million, I think they say he has a daughter somewhere
Yeah.
from one of his two previous marriages. You know, he leaving money to his folks. He made a stamp on the culture, and then he went out on allegedly he went out like a rock star on
Mm-hmm.
high on whatever up in some pussy. And if it's the woman that I've seen the pictures of, that shit, that's a bad motherfucker he was with too. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he won.
Shit,
You
you
know, he
let these
won.
motherfuckers tell it, man. I was somehow an L. I was like,
Right. I'm like,
what?
really? Okay.
I'm like, okay, then. I'm like, shit. I'm like, hey, that's how Big Mike want to go out. Shit.
Look,
I'd
I
much
want to
rather
go
go
out.
out. Hey, I'd much rather go out like that than, in an old folks' home shitting on myself. You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
I'm trying to go out like Tyrion Lannister. Hey,
I thought you knew pimping.
look,
Oh, heck
did
yeah.
you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Remember when they caught him in the woods and they was like, "How you want to die, Tyrion, son of Tywin?" And he was like, "I want to die at the age of 80 in my own bed with a woman's mouth around my cock." Remember that? Like,
Yep.
hey, I'm trying to go out like Tyrion, and Kevin did.
Shit, man. Yeah, but don't you find that just weird, man? Every
What?
time, a brother, actually start, like you say, shifting the culture, man, or stating things that the, I guess you would call the powers that be, don't really want you to really spit, man. He meet some sort of untimely demise, man. It's
I
like,
don't know, man. I don't know.
mm-hmm.
I don't know about on this one
Right.
for two reasons. One,
Okay.
when you looking at the environment right now in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Roe versus Wade getting overturned, low birth rate, high inflation,
Mm-hmm.
housing prices sky high. I think there's a shift in the culture right now. Well, a shift in the government. I'm sorry, not in the culture yet, but the government is trying to shift the culture back towards family. So, in this case, I don't know. I don't know. I think for what Kevin was going for, because one of the things I did disagree with Kevin is, as far as black male power, he was still kind of his lifestyle and what he promoted as a high value man still kind of spelled out, high value slave under the white culture. Like Kevin wasn't about no Pan Africanism. He wasn't about black nationalism. He wasn't about being a separatist. He was about black men becoming high value within the constructs of white America.
Right.
So I think he would be good for what the powers that be want to get past. I think get motherfuckers up off their ass. Get the government wants the government wants women off of welfare.
Right.
So
Okay.
what's the easiest way to do it but to get these men to stand up and hold these women down and still at the same time be up under the current system. So I don't know about that one, man. I think Kevin right now would have been good for the government. I
Mm-hmm.
think just looking at Kevin Samuels physically and what we know from his history, he was kind of a slight dude,
Mm-hmm.
and we know that he's a cancer survivor.
Right.
So he was already kind of a high risk dude. So whatever might have come on top of that, we don't know. It's
Mm-hmm.
not unheard of for somebody to have a heart attack at his age. I mean, we
Right.
seeing motherfuckers drop younger than him and
Right.
without the medical history. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't necessarily call foul play right away on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a far-fetched scheme, I know, you know what I mean, but I'm just looking at the mathematics, man. Just like, damn, we can't have nobody survive, man. You know what I mean? That may want something good, you know what I mean, for black folks, man. It's like everybody just dying, their lives getting cut short. I'm like, man, what's going on with this universe, man? You know what I mean? Another thing I find just crazy, man, is we dealing with parallel realities here, man. It's like, how can I look at a dude, right, and then someone else, like one of these simp ass dudes, man, look at Kevin, and we both get totally different ideas. When we thinking about Kevin, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, he a mover, he a shaker, he a boss. He really actually cares about the black community. He actually cares about black women. But in order for him to show that he actually cares, he has to be tough on you. You know what I mean? But then you got another simp ass dude, man, is looking at the same dude, looking at Kevin and coming just totally the opposite. Like he hates black women, he hates the black family. I'm like, nigga, what? Like, where you getting this shit from? You know what I mean? Are we watching the same shit here?
For one, they not watching.
Okay, all
They
right,
they catching clips and listening, and they in the mall like you were in the mall overhearing women going in on some bullshit that he probably never even said, which is what
right,
most of the women doing because most of them ain't watching.
right,
And then it's just frame of reference, man. Like again, you grew up in a family that has some strong male figures around you. You went to the military. It's a different mindset, man. Like me, I grew up with my father and other strong men around me. I played sports. I had strong coaches who would jump in your ass to
right.
make you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these motherfuckers nowadays, no military, no sports, or they ain't never had. They don't know anything about masculine teaching and how
Right,
men show love. I think you've done quite a few shows about how you raise your boys
right,
and how women I'm sorry, how daughters um how fathers show love to their sons and how mothers show love to their sons.
right.
And just like you used to always say, like fathers show their love to their sons by teaching them how to survive, how teach them how to do shit that ain't got nothing to do with coddling, love, and kind words.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Um, and for the most part, they do the same thing with their daughters. Um, they give them affection, but at the same time, it's all about teaching. The mothers are the soft and I mean, the yin, and the fathers are the yang.
Right.
And it's such an irony. I think you were hitting on it before. You were saying that the game is how in the pimp game, it's like women are coming for correction. They trying to figure out what they need to do wrong. They come to men, man. So it's a lot of these.
Mm,
Look, they always talk that, Kevin Samuels is teaching these fatherless men, these men are looking for a daddy. Man, every woman that come on that fucking panel asking him questions is looking for a daddy. Because like they looking to
facts.
find out how the fuck
Facts.
what the hell they need to do to get
Right.
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Shit.
then they get mad when their daddy spank their ass. Now it's that's why he said I'm the godfather. Now if your father, a daughter or father whip your ass, a few hours later she gonna be back up under daddy because she love her daddy. But they ain't got no love for Kevin Samuels, so
Mm-hmm.
they gonna lash out. Some
Yeah.
it's a lot of women though that gave Kevin a lot of props too. So I don't wanna overstate that.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was just telling the fellas, man, Kevin was giving y'all game, man. He was sitting down having them counseling sessions with them women, man. He was showing y'all the other side of the game, man, or missing a vital missing piece of the game right there, man. Sitting down and actually counseling women, man. Like I said, counseling them from a position of authority. You know what I mean? Not coming off like the gay male friend. You know what I mean? But he was actually hitting them over the head with that hammer, being like, "Look, you don't overtalk me, goddamn it. Sit down,
Well,
and listen. What's up?"
with a lot of brothers, they can't do that
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of the dudes are weak. I mean,
Right.
they don't have a backbone to let a bitch walk.
Mm-hmm.
So they gonna soft pedal stuff, or they not gonna say nothing at all. Because ultimately, Kevin don't give a shit if the woman hang up the phone, because that ain't his woman. But if you got, he might been giving dudes the game, but the guys don't have the wherewithal to use it,
Mm-hmm.
even if they receive it. A lot of them don't receive it just because they got, they got feminine ways. They believe that shit. Like, oh, he talks bad about they really believe that shit.
Oh
And
my god,
they
damn!
really believe it. And I mean, that's
Yeah.
one of the things that the modern manosphere, I believe that's one of the ways they fail,
Right.
because it's not like back in the day when it was Pink Elephant and Thug Titian and me and Soul and Black and Sergeant Willie Pete and Captain Solo, where they were actually calling the brothers out, like y'all niggas is weak,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all don't go. Y'all ain't going for power. Y'all on some old. We should be valued intrinsically, just like women are valued intrinsically. And it's like, no, y'all some bitches, nigga. You give value by putting in work.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. That's why Ray Ray and Pookie got your bitch, because they putting in work in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all sitting back talking about Will Smith shouldn't have slapped Chris Rock. It was the wrong place, and that's not the proper way to uh to react when somebody's talking about your wife. Like, y'all some bitches.
Man.
It's just like in the Wire. Like, did you ever watch the Wire, the series The Wire?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you remember in season 3, I think it was season 3, when Avon was still in jail, and Stringer was trying to get the product off. They had knocked down the towers, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go out there and make everybody re-up from our package."
Mm-hmm.
And then during the meeting in the funeral home, Poot stood up and was like, "Do the chair know we gonna look like some punk ass bitches?" And Stringer got mad, but it was true. Like,
Right.
Poot was like, "Hey man, listen, it, it's only so much you can talk about before." At the end of the day, we still live on planet Earth, and we still human beings. Human beings are animals, and at a certain point, might makes right.
Okay.
No matter how intellectual you want to be, no matter how much you think it's human atrocities happening in Ukraine, like, nigga, Putin don't give a fuck.
Mm.
Putin is
Okay.
coming through because Putin can fucking come through. Ray
Right.
Ray and Pookie is coming through your hood because they can fucking come through. The black bitches are talking shit about you because you ain't doing shit to put them in check, just like Kevin Samuel said.
Mm.
So look, it's a lot of dudes on some punk ass shit out there. Like, they really believe that shit. Like, you know, intellectual this and intrinsic value that, and women should be respected. And listen, man, look, that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere in the long in the end at the end of the day.
Nah, it sure ain't. Man, trust me. Look, if y'all ain't got nobody that can teach you that, it's me, man. I done tried to reverse engineer all of this shit, man. I've been, because Lord knows I done had plenty of test case scenarios, man, with plenty of females to test it out on, man. And I done tried the good guy, the nice guy. I done tried the villain role, the asshole role, and me being the villain and the asshole always got me play, always got me props. But the sad part about it is that's not me, who I am at my core, man. You know what I mean? So I can't basically keep that shit up for long. You know what I
Right,
mean? At some
right.
particular point, you know what I mean? I like, bitch, I don't want to scribble curse words on your face and make you give me sloppy toppy with, with while you walking around with this black eye on your face that nigga that you love done gave you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
some of my best counseling sessions was for females coming over, you know what I mean, trying to use me as their emotional tampon, right? And what I noticed like a long time ago when I was first getting in the game, man, was like, yeah, man, I'm sitting here and I'm giving them this, this good pertinent information, but they ain't taking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
coming over, they getting all this good information, and I would just let them skate, man. You know what I mean? I'll give them a counseling session and send them on their way. And then it'd be like a month later, they'd be right back, their arm be broke. I'm like, what? I could have swore I talked to you about this shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
yeah,
it
but it's
wait, but,
still a
but wait,
it's
but
oh,
wait,
go
but
ahead.
wait, but
Go
wait.
ahead.
But it got
Go
to the
ahead.
point where, I decided I'm just gonna make them pay each time they come over. You know what I mean? Each time they come over, I'm gonna make them pay. They're not just gonna use me for my time and attention. You know what I mean? What Alan Roger Curry say? No free attention. Well, no, it's not gonna be free. You're gonna come over and you're gonna spit all that stupid ass shit about what's going on between you and your nigga. Well, guess what? You go give me this sloppy toppy. I'm going, we're gonna handle that, and then I'm gonna send you on your way. And you know what I noticed, right? I noticed that the rate of them coming back was just more frequent then. It was like they was getting off on it, man. It was just like, the whole
Uh,
concept. We say what now? Oh, what you
no,
got to
go
say?
ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead. I'm gonna
just
let
the
you
whole,
finish.
yeah, just the whole tie between sex and violence, man, is it's really interesting, man. But yeah, it was just like each time I had them come over, and I made them put in that work after they got done getting abused by their dude. You know what I mean? It was like they was just coming instead of I wouldn't see them for like maybe 30 days. Then that would be cut in half. All of a sudden, they'd be back in 2 weeks. Then they'd be back in a week. You know what I mean? Each time I made them do something very fucked up and degrading to themselves, they was just getting off on the shit, man. You know what I mean? I was just like, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to
Do
do
you
that.
think they were getting off on it, or they were doing it because they were doing, because they was trying to get their money up, get their little hustle on?
No, half the time I wouldn't give it. I would, bruh. I mean, half the time I was giving them cheeseburgers and KFC, man.
Well, man, the
Serious.
thing is this, right? They
Mm-hmm.
knew.
No,
Again,
man. Nah, it wasn't that.
it kind of goes back to, again, we got to get on the dude sometimes,
Right.
because you can give them all the game in the world as far as what they should be looking for in a dude, but if it's no dudes out there, it just ain't no dudes out there for them. And when it comes to you, fair swap ain't no swindle. They know when they come to you, they know what they expect, they know what they got to do, and they know what they're going to get. Any human being is going to prefer the known over the unknown, and they're going to prefer the fair deal over the unfair deal. Even though you was shitting on them and make them do a degrading stuff, the fact that they knew that they were going to have to do it when they showed up makes it a fair deal.
Yeah, it's fair. But what I'm saying is they was getting into it. They was actually relishing it and enjoying it. That's what I'm saying.
Because you was treating them fair.
Nah, nigga, I wasn't treating them fair.
My dude, as
I wasn't
they
treating them fair.
knew what they was there for, and they knew their role as women. Like, a lot of here come, motherfuckers gonna call me misogynist, but hey, a woman is here or put on this earth to help and meet a man. They was happy to put in that work for you. That's
Mm-hmm.
just all it is.
Well, all it is shit. I mean, I don't really see what they would get out of them coming over.
Because you ain't a woman, dog. Because you a
wait,
man.
I don't see what they would get out of doing a porn for cheeseburgers. But okay, if that's what you say, if you say that that's fair, you know what I mean, that I get paid forever into perpetuity off them, sucking me off, and they got black eyes and broke. I'm like, man, like, but
my man,
yeah.
but look at it this way.
Uh-huh.
The dusty nigga who ain't giving nothing to him, in fact, that's taken from them is getting paid in perpetuity by giving them niggas kids.
Mm-hmm.
They keep going back to them. So I mean,
exactly.
But your burgers and fries is more than they get.
No, wait, but them dudes, they abusing her too. They abusing that heifer too. That's why she stayed. Now look, if it would have been a dude that's actually going to work and actually doing overtime, and because I've seen it, man. I've seen dudes actually go out there and sell their blood to support the female and all. Man, they shit on niggas like that, man. They shit on niggas like that that's actually going out of their way to be righteous. But man, the minute I decided, shit, bitch, you about to put in every time you see me, you gonna be running through the park buck naked. You gonna be getting scribbled on. I'm gonna be bending you over at the park. Man, they loved it, man. They couldn't get enough of that shit. And I seen the market difference between me trying to be nice and to be understanding to me dogging they ass out every chance I got, man. And the phone calls just kept escalating. They just kept getting more frequent. The more crazier I thought that well, if I meet her this time, I'm gonna stick a candle in her ass,
right?
And I'm gonna light it, and I'm gonna make the bitch sing happy birthday. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, ain't no way she gonna go for that. Shit.
Hey, but again, that's the part of all of us,
right,
that confuses. Well, I don't know if it confuses or that we're just miseducated in the fact that the masculine energy comes from the providing, but not in our ass backwards ass culture in Black America. No, they respect a motherfucker who gonna stomp them down. It don't matter if you providing. That's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta check them. That checking them and putting them in their place is number one,
right,
before providing for them.
Mm-hmm.
What all these bitches be talking about? Oh, this person, black men can't handle me.
Hmm.
They can't
Yeah,
handle me. Yeah, the bitches want to be handled. They want to be
yeah,
handled.
yeah, yeah.
That's
You
what they
handled.
seek, man. They seek that. They seek that. It's not control because they don't ever give up the fucking control, but they still seek that strong hand. You know what I'm saying? That's why they
Hmm.
keep. That's why even the women who don't call in to Kevin Samuels and get beat down, they still watch the show and go through the
Right,
pain of getting, secondhand embarrassment because they like
right.
that shit.
Yep. They love getting back. What was it? A backhanded diss. They love getting that shit, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Just like I sat up here many a night, man, trying to just understand what I was doing and what I was going through, man, pertaining to these females, man. And I was just like, so, I mean, because like I said, I stumbled on it on accident, man. Like I said, I stumbled on the tricking by accident. It was just like,
Right.
well, what I'm going to do is uh, I'm going to make this because it really wasn't even about the porn. It was just about, well, if I tell these broads, man, because they was asking me for money each time they would show up, man. They thought that just because they put in work for me, they could call me up anytime and just get some ends out of me, right? And
Right.
I made the mistake of actually doing that a couple times. So I was like, well, how can I shake this bitch, man? How can I get rid of her? And I was just like, well, if I tell her each time she called me, she gonna have to put in some work, or she gonna have to do something that would be questionable as far as degrading her. I'm like, that'd be a good way of getting rid of her, right? So once again, it kind of backfired. I was like, yeah, they would call me up. And I'm like, oh, you want some money? Well, I'll tell you what, this is what I need for you to do. I need for you meet me downtown about 12 midnight. And I don't want you to wear no panties, but I want you to squat and piss. You know what I mean? We got to see you pissing. And then after you piss, like I said, I got this magic marker and I'm going to scribble all sorts of obscenities on it. I mean, I'm just doing all sorts of just horrible shit to these broads, man. And they just, man, all of a sudden, it was just like, I couldn't get rid of them, dog. I was just like, wait a minute now. You mean to tell me that each time you call me and each time I tell you to do something horribly degrading to yourself, shit, you're gonna just spring, you're gonna, sing the praises of Big Mike from the rooftops. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. It was weird. I was just like, man, I've been doing this shit wrong for years, man. Trying to be
We all were.
respectful,
We all were.
trying to be nice,
We
trying
all
to be
were, man.
accommodating.
We
And I'm
all
like,
were.
is this what they really want, dog? And you're gonna have females on here that's gonna listen to this shit and be like, oh, that nigga don't know what he talking about. But fellas, let me tell you something, man. Don't listen to them bitches, man. The same broad that's telling you I don't know what I'm talking about, them the same bitches, man, that was like dogging the shit out of Kevin Samuels, or you know what I mean? They saying something really out the way and out the pocket about some dude that's really stomping, like got his foot on their neck. But when it really comes down to it, when it comes to like they secret thoughts, you know what I mean? They really want to fuck niggas like that, man. They
Yep.
really want to get close to niggas like that, man. But they can't let you know that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I was just like, I've been doing this wrong for so long.
Yeah, yeah. We've been
Mm-hmm.
doing it back. I mean, but that's how we was taught to do it by,
Uh-huh. And that's why I'm not really mystified by how, Kevin, he was such a lightning rod, man, because like he was the best and the worst, you know, to these chicks, man. I mean, like you said, you could just tell that, yeah, you had a whole bunch of females that was really mad and pissed off about him. But the main thing that really, how can I put this, man? The same broads that's really mad and pissed off at him, man, is the same ones that really want to get next to him, man.
Well, I mean, let me tell you something, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
his death is going to be tragic in a couple of ways because
Right,
one, you know, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it with you yesterday is because I was just seeing so much slander
right,
between the pussy ass niggas and the angry bitches. Just as like this is just gonna push the SYSBM forward, man.
right.
All of this celebration of Kevin Samuels dying
Mm-hmm.
is only going to reinforce the disenfranchisement that most black men feel that they are having in this society, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers is really gonna be like, yo, I just need to get the fuck up out of here. Like this dude was literally, it actually leads into the second point I was gonna make. Dudes had already kind of walked away from the black culture anyway. You know, it was SYSBM was already a thing before Kevin Samuels came along. Kevin Samuels was actually a catalyst to start bringing black men and women back to the table, even though they're not agreeing. We had gotten to a point where motherfuckers wasn't even talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But now that Kevin is off the table and the bitches are doubling down, dudes is gonna be like, all right, well, shit. We tried to tell Kevin y'all bitches wasn't gonna listen, and now here's confirmation. Y'all hoes still ain't listening, so we out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna get worse for him.
Okay.
Without Kevin Samuels being around. Like it really, I think that's why I was saying before when you was talking about, it might be conspiracy to get him up out of here. I'm like, nah, man. Kevin was actually a catalyst for motherfuckers hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
To giving dudes hope that they can actually be part of this society. But a lot of motherfuckers is gonna be like, I knew it was fake.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. What you got right here? We got a Sugar Bum. Sugar Bum says most of his viewers were men that like seeing black women be disrespected. What do you think?
Who, me?
Yeah, you think that's true? Like seeing...
I don't know where this idea of disrespect comes from.
Okay.
Disrespected how?
I don't know. You have to ask her. And then she goes on and say, I wouldn't take marriage advice from a 2-time divorcee. Is there any, I don't know, reality to that? What do you think about that?
I mean, they go to marriage counseling for motherfuckers who ain't never been divorced or who ain't never been married or been divorced. So, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
all right.
Let me know where all the marriage counselors are, 30, 40, 50-year married people.
Okay.
that's that. I mean, I feel that somewhat, but at the same time, if that's the case, shit, should nobody be going to marriage counseling? Because the large majority of marriage counselors are not happily married people.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, marriage, any sort of counselor, I mean, they heads is fucked up.
Exactly.
A lot of counselors.
I mean, look, here in Atlanta, man, you got bitches in the church talking about they life coaches, but them hoes is ex strippers. Like, what you gonna teach? You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, nowadays it's so many damn life coaches and counselors and all type of shit. The motherfuckers ain't never done the shit themselves. They just kind of they book educated and then get some little certification and think they can teach the shit. Like, that doesn't even make sense. So, I mean, I'll take that with a grain of salt. If Shorty says she wouldn't take advice from Kevin Samuels, hey, that's her opinion. But I mean, there's plenty of people who taking bad advice from some fucked up ass people.
Right.
Just like us, just like the men. Like, as far as how to be a man, we take advice from the fucking Pastor Pork Chop.
Right.
And Pastor Pork Chop fucking everybody's wife on the side.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
shit. But let's see. Sugar Bum also writes, I think it's men that fear dying alone. That's why they bring it up so much. What do you think about that?
I actually had this argument earlier. What is the definition of dying alone?
Yeah.
Because everybody dies alone unless you are. I mean, well, the argument I was having earlier was with this girl. She was saying, well, he was single, so he was alone. I said, being single doesn't mean you're alone. If that's the case, everybody who doesn't die in a fucking car crash with their spouse in the car dies alone. Like, somebody gonna die first.
Right.
So that argument doesn't make any sense. Everybody fucking dies alone. I mean, everybody dies single. Now, when you're talking about dying alone, that means there's nobody who cares for you. There's nobody around to check on you. Obviously, Kevin Samuels wasn't alone, because the moment he fucking passed out, that had the heart attack, the end was that he was with somebody, and you had multiple people checking for him, and the news of his death spread within hours of him dying. So obviously he wasn't alone. Somebody who dies alone is somebody who dies in the house and is not found for 3 weeks. So people like, oh, dying alone, that shit don't make no fucking sense either. I mean, really, in that same vein, Kevin himself was on some bullshit with that die alone shit.
Okay.
His rhetoric should have been, "You're gonna die single, or you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna die unmarried." But I mean, dying alone, the women are right in that sense of saying, well, they're not dying alone. They got their little, they got their little beehives and hyena dens, other bitches.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they not dying alone either. So in that breath, Kevin played fast and loose with definitions as he tended to do. He tended to kind of redefine certain words to fit his narrative.
Right.
So he kind of was on some bullshit with that a lot of times, but
Hmm.
I think he was just trying to do that to get the overall message out.
Man, I'm just tripping, man. I'm like, God damn, boy. He really touched the nerve, man. Some of the shit I've been seeing out here with these, like I said, the dudes and the females, man. Like these simp ass dudes out here, man. I think that's the most. I can understand why the chicks is acting like that, man. But to have these dudes out here, man, that's just got their cheerleading suit and their pom poms on, man. I don't understand how a man can actually look at what Kevin was doing and think that somehow Kevin was actually a bad dude, man. I'm like,
For the
Kevin,
it's for the look,
yeah,
it's for the same reasons that one nigga was snitch on the plantation when the other dude was planning to run away from the plantation.
right,
Because they some motherfuckers who've given up, and they've bought into the status quo.
mm,
They don't want shit to change, so they gonna attack Kevin. No different than a bitch gonna attack Kevin, who doesn't want things to change. And then you got men who want things. Because remember, we all know that Kevin is not a thought leader,
right,
right? Kevin
right,
is a master teacher. I had this conversation with BGS Idmore a couple weeks ago.
okay,
I was on his stream, and we were talking about. I was saying he kind of laughed at me because I said that BGS isn't a master teacher; he's a master administrator. He was like, "Well, what does that mean?" And I had to break it down to him. It's like the manosphere when the black manosphere started to take form in earnest, it was all about creating a space for men, for black men, and also for community and for reference and resource. So we started talking about who's in the manosphere and who's not in the manosphere,
mm-hmm,
and with these little personal beefs with some of the quote unquote manosphere founders who aren't even really the fucking founders, the manosphere has become this kind of shifted in this direction where they're only everybody wants to be a thought leader.
mm-hmm,
But I said to BGS, I said you got people who are thought leaders, you've got people who are teachers, you got people who are um, service providers, which is what the manosphere is supposed to be. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go to this place as a single man. I'm gonna be able to find a lawyer. I'm gonna be able to find, somewhere to travel. I'm gonna be able to find these resources. That's why you have the. That's how Kevin Samuels actually came in the game. He was a fashion and image consultant.
right,
He wasn't a thought leader.
okay,
But Kevin Samuels became a master teacher because he aggregated all of the teachings in the black manosphere, put it into a package that was acceptable to the mass media, and then he ran with it.
mm,
But then you had all of these motherfuckers like, I mean, I don't know who else, but like Angry Man who are like, Kevin Samuels isn't the leader of the manosphere. Hey, Angry Man, bruh, we understand you are a thought leader, but you're not a master teacher,
mm-hmm,
which is why you don't appeal to the mass public, and you never will. That
okay,
doesn't take away the fact that you're a thought leader and that Kevin has quote unquote, all right, yeah, Kevin has taken your talking points. All right, whatever. That's not the point of the manosphere. The point of the manosphere is to spread those talking points. So you can't be like, oh, I'm this great fucking thinker. I'm Newton, and I done had an apple fall on my head, but I don't want nobody else to know about gravity unless I teach it.
mm.
Like you a fuck nigga. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
oh,
If that's the case,
Oh, okay.
and see, that's why people prefer O'Shea, because O'Shea is like, okay, I'm a thought leader, I'm a founder of the Black Manosphere, but I'm gonna make sure this place grows because the goal is not for me to be famous. The goal is for men to have resources.
Okay.
So I say all that to say is, I came back to BGS. I said, BGS, he's not a thought leader and he's not a teacher. Just like, we got T. Hassan Johnson, we got all the PhDs, Green Gorilla, and all those guys, but they are still not master teachers like Kevin was, because those guys get on panels and they're so they so critical of motherfuckers that they don't want to hear nobody else talk. Kind
Okay.
a little bit kind of like, some of the other guys that I just previously mentioned. So you got people, Kevin's space was, he was so powerful because he was able to take all of the powerful talking points that people didn't know how to communicate to a large audience and make it palatable for a large audience. That's why, all these guys in the manosphere, they should be praising Kevin. If I got a message and somebody else takes it 1,000 times further than I can take it myself, why should I be mad at him?
Right. Mm-hmm.
If anything, I should be trying to capitalize off of it, and that's what other people did. The people who rolled with Kevin Samuels, like Dennis Sperling and Lead Attorney and these other guys, look at their YouTube channels now. Lead Attorney, I've been watching Lead Attorney all week live stream the Johnny Depp trial.
Right.
Lead Attorney got to easily be making like $5,000 per stream.
Wow.
Like, you be on this stream and he just getting 100, 150, 100, 20, 20, 20, 20, 50, 50.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because he rolled with Kevin Samuels. He listened to Kevin Samuels.
Man.
He let Kevin elevate him. But you got other motherfuckers who, just didn't wait their turn. Shit, Kevin elevated Obsidian, and we all thought Obsidian was a fuck boy. But now Obsidian is getting talked about on the Root and the Griot and CNBC. Like, Obsidian is on the map.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you about Angry Man. Since all this has happened, it's good to see that Angry Man is actually, he had some kind words to say about Kevin, man.
Did he? That's good.
Yeah. He actually gave up the ghost, man, so to speak. Man. He was giving him his props, man. That was good to see, man. You know what I mean? But let me go ahead. Let me read this from Sugar Bum once again. She writes, he was with a BBW single mother. That's okay. Because she wasn't black. Have you heard anything about that? About who he was with? And I mean, did Kevin at any point actually state that he only prefers, a certain size woman? I don't remember him ever basically stating that he himself personally wanted, a specific type of woman. Do you remember anything? Recollect anything about that?
I never
I know he wasn't too big on single mothers.
I never heard him talk about his preference for
right.
For what he liked. I know he did like Latina women. I don't know what size, but I mean, shit. I pulled up. Have you seen the pictures of the chick he was supposed to be with? He was with.
Yeah, she's bad.
She fat.
Yeah.
No. She don't look. I mean, the pictures that she got online, you can't really. Well, this one she. Hold on, let me put this in the. Is it a way I can share?
Man, I'm new to this shit, man.
Share screen.
Yeah,
let me do this.
She was definitely eating some sandwiches. Yeah, I could tell, but she's still bad, though.
And then let me see if I can share this. Can you see that?
Yeah, I see it. Add the stream. Let me see.
All right, boom. Can you see this? Uh-oh. That's the stream yard right there. Can you? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't know if
I see
it. I don't know if YouTube can see it. All right, here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, this supposedly the pictures of the girl right here.
Right.
Hey, that middle picture, she look all right to me.
Hey, I ain't mad at him,
Listen,
dog. You know what I
listen,
mean? I mean, if you call her
son.
fat, then it's all right. But hey, man,
Hey, son.
bruh, I'm all in, Jack. Shit,
Oh,
I
I
ain't
get to
really
shorty.
into, I ain't really into twig women, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, she all right,
Now this
man.
picture right here, she looks a little bit bigger. Let me see.
Right.
Uh, she a little thick. She a little thicky
Mm-hmm.
right there. Yeah, she a little thick. So if this is all right. Now if that
Mm-hmm.
other one, if this is the weight, okay,
Right.
yeah, she could stand to lose a few, but
Right.
again, um,
So do you see?
it's still not a direct. I mean,
So
what does that
so
say though? I mean, we're not talking about Kevin Samuels marrying this woman, right? If
no.
Kevin Samuels talking points, the women are like, what do I need to do to get this high value man?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he ever said that he was trying to marry this chick or
Right.
he was trying to get
Exactly.
married at all. So I don't,
Right. Mm.
comparing who the woman is that he died with, I don't know what relevance that
So
has.
you
But
don't see any hypocrisy between him telling these females that they may have to lose some weight to actually marry a high value man versus him dying in the company of a BBW.
well,
It's apples and oranges.
there's it's apples and apples because Kevin has always said you can be all of that and a high value man will fuck you, but he won't marry you. And
Right.
apparently that's what he was doing. He was fucking this chick.
Right. Right.
So it's no hypocrisy at all.
Got you. Got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see any problem with it. I'm like, I don't see no problem with that. I don't see no discrepancy in the message there. I really don't, man. Love, dating, marriage narratives that solely benefit a woman. Legacy lost in relationships. Pan
What you looking
African.
at? You looking at
I was
the
just
chat?
looking at. Yeah, I just went
Oh,
ahead and
what they
put a
say?
quote up
Oh shit!
there.
Let me look at the chat. Shit, they talking about what we talking about. I ain't even looking at it. Let me see. Family and legacy. All right, I got to go all the way back up. Dollar Will. Okay, we saw this. I think that's the men that's a fear dying alone. Exactly, everyone dies alone. Suicide pact. Everyone dies alone. Yep. Yeah,
The
his death
sneak
exposed a lot
says
of hurt, miserable people. Yeah, absolutely, Aunt James. It's a lot of hurt and miserable people in the community. Yes, sir.
KS said he liked women around 5'2", 5'4", 130 pounds or so, dress size 4. The
Which one
sneak.
is that? Hold on, you got it.
The sneak. It's right there in front of you, man. Right on the video.
Oh, love, dating, marriages, narratives that solely benefit a woman. Legacy, loss, and relationships. Uh, I'm gonna comment on that. KS said he likes women around 5'2", 5'4", 130, dress size 4. Okay. Okay. I know he liked Brittany Renner. He thought Brittany Renner was fine.
Oh, okay.
He liked them.
Handsome.
He liked them red bones. I think he liked them little red girls,
Right.
which is why he likes Latinas.
Okay. Handsome the God writes, what's good, Mac and Vector? Kevin definitely perpetuated the idea that high value men don't like women that have little weight on them. He would ask the woman on his show their dress size. Don't like that. What? He definitely perpetuated the idea that high value men don't like women that have little weight on them. I guess he meant a little weight on them. I don't know. Okay, I don't know, man. Shit. Well, we know that he ain't got no problem discriminating, man. When it
Oh, you
comes to
looking at handsome the guy? Okay.
yeah.
I'll say this, man.
Mm-hmm.
He perpetuated the idea that high value men don't like women that have a little weight on them. That's not true.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is the unfortunate thing about social media.
Okay.
And you specifically YouTube and live streaming. And the problem, and this problem goes way beyond Kevin Samuels. It goes into quote unquote social media communities, whether it's Facebook groups, whether it's YouTube quote unquote communities like the Manosphere, or all of these other corners of YouTube where there are multiple channels and multiple people that follow these communities.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is it's only 24 hours in the fucking day, and everybody don't have time to watch everybody's shit.
Right, right.
And everybody don't watch Kevin Samuels, all the Kevin Samuels shit. Kevin Samuels is seen to have perpetuated the idea that high value men don't like women that have weight on them because of the clips. So
Okay.
a lot of people won't watch the whole 3-hour streams, but they'll get the clip. They'll watch the clips. They'll watch the 5-minute clip of a stream. And this is partially Kevin's fault, because Kevin will clip streams that he knows will bring views and controversy.
Exactly.
And then expect people to come watch the whole stream and get the full message. And that doesn't happen.
Right.
That just doesn't fucking happen. The fact is, Kevin valued women on multiple criteria.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin would ask a woman, okay, you are a single mom and you weigh this much and you're this tall. What else about you makes you eligible for a high value man? That's the question he would ask. Now,
right.
The fact that 85% of the women couldn't answer that question, the next thing Kevin would say is, well, you don't qualify. So if you see so many clips where the end result is him saying you don't qualify, but they skip that question in the middle where the women don't answer, like, if he asked Oprah Winfrey that, Oprah Winfrey would be like, I'm a motherfucking multimillionaire, multimedia guru. That's what makes me a high value man. Kevin Samuels would be like, you deserve a high value man.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Oprah is short and fat.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So that used to be the thing. Like, you had so many clips of women with children, women divorced, or women with the height or weight or whatever, because you had women who were fine on Kevin Samuels' show, and he would still say, bitch, you don't qualify as a high value man because you got previous kids, or you got this much debt, or you crazy, you don't have a therapist. So even the fine women, like even Brittany Renner, Kevin would say, you don't qualify for another high value man because you left your old high value man, which knocked you down, and you got a baby by him. And Brittany Renner is, I don't really like red bone girls, but as far as, height and weight and body size, she's a perfect size. She's not what I think is beautiful, but a lot of women think those red bone girls are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that statement, unfortunately, is true. That statement by Handsome God, unfortunately, is true, but it's because of a misrepresentation. So that's actually a good comment, Handsome. I like that one. Would that not be disingenuous? Not walk his talk? Well, it's not disingenuous if he's not trying to get married. I think Kevin from off rip said, I've been married twice and I'm not planning on getting married again. So he was never disingenuous about not wanting to get married. So no, I don't think that's disingenuous. I think it's I think people projected onto him, which a lot of people do in a lot of different walks of life, not just dating. That's not the girl that was before dinner pins. The girl Latina's.
And before we do anything else, I gotta give shouts to my girl Nicole Michelle, man.
Oh, she in the building?
Yeah, my little sis, man. What's up, Nicole? What's up, lady? Glad to see you over here slumming it with Mac City, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's my baby right there, man. Nicole Michelle.
Love that shit that Tom Likas posted on Twitter was bullshit. What did Tom Likas post? Ryan was. What did Ryan was. What did Tom Likas post? Put the link of that Twitter post in the chat. The second chick wasn't her. Okay. All right, if you guys have the real pictures of who he was with, put that in the chat too, because that's the one that I saw earlier, the little Instagram one. Yeah, I'm in the little weight. My bad. Yep, Kevin was a black woman. Marriage and materials, different standard. All right, Nicole Michelle. And she gonna let Tony, where Tony at?
Man, don't start no shit. Don't you start no shit over here.
Oh, but Nicole Michelle is down here in Atlanta, isn't she?
Yeah, well, yeah, she's around.
Okay, she's in this area. I'm surprised. It's 10 o'clock at night over here. I'm surprised she on. Um, I stopped watching after he said black women can't be beautiful. When did he say that?
I don't
Sugar
know,
Bum. When
man.
did he say that black women can't be beautiful?
I think she was saying something about the symmetry of the face or something.
Oh, he was when he was talking about that scientific symmetry shit.
Yeah, I didn't think
He
that
said
had
he
anything
said
to do
that.
with race, but I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched all of his videos, so ain't no
Yeah.
telling.
So again, this you and I point to what I just said earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't watched. I have not watched every Kevin Sam. I don't have time for that.
Right.
I haven't watched most of the people in the Manosphere's videos. I have to pick and choose.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of cats who are like, oh, such and such is a heavy hitter in the Manosphere, and I never even heard them before. Like, what's this guy? Lead attorney was talking about him today. He called him MTR,
Mediocre tutorials and reviews.
mediocre tutorial. I have never seen a single video of that motherfucker,
Right. Yeah,
and
it's
I
all
heard that
right.
he's like a big dog.
Yeah,
So,
he is. Yeah, he pulling big numbers, man.
oh yeah, so
Mhm.
I never even heard of that cat.
But check
So
this
that's just
out.
kind of go ahead.
This what I find just very disingenuous about black folks as a whole, man, is okay, yeah, Kevin was out there, man, and he was like roasting chicks, man. But let's be honest, man. No one would be tuning in, listening to anything he's got to say, unless he didn't put some nigga shit in the mix. Would you not agree? I mean, if he was just strictly counseling females on some Dr. Seuss, on some Dr. Phil shit, you know what I mean, some lollipops and gumdrop shit, no one would care. No one would be
Uh,
tuning in. Nah,
I don't agree.
nah,
I don't agree.
nah,
I
man.
don't
Like,
agree. You know why I don't
unless
agree?
he was roasting these chicks, man. I mean, the nigga shit sells.
You know why I don't agree?
All right, why don't you agree?
Because everybody tunes in to Ayan Van Zant. Everybody tunes in to Tom Likas. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you
It ain't
saying
always nigga
Tom
shit.
Likas,
Huh?
man, Ayana Van Zant and Tom Likas, they got some nigga shit in the mix every now and then.
But it's not coming well, like if I'm Likas, it might be. But not
Mm-hmm.
Iyanla. Iyanla doesn't come into it, quote unquote, speaking down on people like they say Kevin and Likas do. I think people just like watching a fucking train wreck.
Well, yeah,
And
that's
they
nigga
know that
shit.
they know that when you watch Kevin Samuels show, you gonna see a train wreck. And Kevin, again, this is where Kevin is his own worst enemy. Because
Mm-hmm.
Kevin would get on the show, and again, this is where Kevin kind of fell short with a lot of the Manosphere guys, because it's always a situation where the message gets distorted when it's about the money. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot, that's why a lot of these guys going all the way back to Manosphere One, going back to Soul and Black and Sergeant Willa P, they're just like, look, when you get these motherfuckers who's in here just for the money, it's gonna start making all the other brothers look bad, just like Fresh and Fit
Mm-hmm.
and these other clowns out here who just only in it for the cash. And what Kevin did was Kevin tried to walk the line where he would get on his live streams and say,
Hello?
oh my bad, I hit the mute button. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Kevin would get on his live streams and say, I only want people who disagree with me to call.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is you get a skewed viewpoint. You might think that every woman that listens to him disagrees with him because those are the only people he would let up. He would say, I don't want any dudes to call up.
Mm-hmm.
So if all you hear is negativity, because negativity sells, the train wreck sells. Kevin knew that. That's how he got his viewership. That's how he made his money. But ultimately, it hurt the message,
Okay.
because if you never see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, or if you looking like Kevin Samuels only down talks women, well, that's the way he set up his show, because he know the love and hip hop nigga shit is what draws eyes.
Right.
But what Kevin underestimated is that nobody, not nobody, that the large majority of the IQs are low. Then we know that here at Mac City that the IQs are low in the black community. So motherfuckers is going, they got ADHD like a motherfucker. They can only listen to 8-minute clips, but they not gonna sit down and listen to everything.
Right.
And that's what Kevin was intelligent. Kevin made the mistake of that most of us intelligent black men do, is that think that if we throw out some intelligent stuff, that people will sit down and long enough to digest it and be smart enough to be able to discern it. And that's just not the case.
Obviously. Shoot, I guess your boy said, because you asked what Tom Likas said, and this individual by the name of B says Tom Likas crapped on KS, said he stole his talking points. I don't know.
Oh, really? Wait,
like
I want to see that shit.
But
Where's
see,
the tweet?
I don't know if that's just a troll. Is that just jokes, or is that
Hey man,
serious? I don't
put
know.
a link to the tweet itself. Put a link of the tweet in the chat. I want to see this tweet.
It's on the screen.
No, that's his chat. I want to see the actual fucking tweet on Twitter.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Hold on, let me look at Tom Likas. Tom Likas Twitter.
That'd be hilarious as hell if he actually stole Tom Likas shit too.
Like, well, dang. No, I mean, well, hold on. I want to see this tweet.
Ain't nothing new under the sun, but
Well, no, I mean the real is that what's his name is the one who was always trying to steal Tom Likas. Obsidian. Obsidian was the one who wanted to model himself after Tom Likas. Let me see. May 4th. I'm only seeing tweets May 4th, May 5th.
That may just be jokes, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. I'm on Tom Likas' Twitter right now. I'm not seeing any tweet about Kevin Samuels. But
Dennis Sperlin is representing KS Estate. He just posted on his community tab that the girl on the bed is not who was with KS that night.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, ain't no telling what's going on. So much smoke and mirrors going on with this thing, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. There's a whole bunch of females out there that's really angry and pissed off, actually for nothing. You know what I mean? I'm like,
well, no,
I mean, he had to, put the nigga shit out there, man, just to get y'all to watch, man. Now y'all mad, you know what I mean? Because he gave you what you wanted. He gave you the nigga shit, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't.
Well, he held up a mirror, man.
Yeah.
Women like a good reality TV show. They like the love and hip hop and all the bullshit. But it's easier for them to consume love and hip hop bullshit because they can't relate to some of the women. But when you watch Kevin Samuels and that woman that's sitting there is saying all the shit that you can relate to,
yeah,
that shit hits home.
Yeah,
it hit close.
Sting. It's a sting.
It hit close.
That's a stinger. Like, ouch, man. Shoot.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any Tom Likas tweet, man. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I just dropped the link once again. See if anybody else want to jump on in here and get their thoughts. Shoot, about Kevin passing away. That's just crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm like, man.
Oh, he said he retweeted an LA Times story about KS death and said, "That's what you get when you steal talking points." Oh, and he said it's on Edward Anderson's latest video thumbnail. Let me look at Edward. Again, I don't listen to. I know who Edward is now, but
right.
I don't listen to Edward because I just don't have enough time.
Right.
I talk with Edward when we get on BGS's panels, but I I'm not subscribed to Edwards.
Nah,
I've listened
Edward
to some of Edwards stuff.
Edward got a ton of content out there, and this should be longer than a some bitch too. So ain't no way you're gonna be able to glean hardly anything from what he say because he got so much shit out there, man.
This is what you get when you make a living stealing other people's material, Kevin Samuels. Interesting.
Handsome the God writes, Tommy Sotomayor is probably happy because he accused Kevin of jacking him for sure. It might be thinking that he can take his place, but it's been over for Sotomayor. Yeah, I ain't listened to Tommy in a long time, man.
It's been a really, 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 really long time.
Yeah,
but I
man.
mean, Tommy's attention whore. Kevin Samuels don't have nothing to do with Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor has never, ever taken a stance where he wanted black men and black women to actually get together. So I mean, he don't have nothing to do with fucking Kevin Samuels.
Right.
Kevin Samuels was actually trying to get people to get together. So yeah, you know, Tommy. I haven't listened to Tommy Sotomayor since him and fucking what's the name used to go back and forth on their little silly beef. Him and Nasheed.
Shit, your girl Sugar Bum, she hit up once again. Why do y'all expect women that didn't like him to mourn him? So weird. I'm not expecting nobody to mourn him, but can we?
Oh, he did. I see it now, bro. It's on his Twitter. This is what happened when you make a living stealing other people's content material, and then it's a whole bunch of people like, how did he steal your content? And Tom Likas says you'd have to ask him. Too late now. Damn, that was an hour ago.
Okay.
And he used my material. That is definitely unfair, credit or not. That would be like credit Stephen King and proceeding to make a audio book of The Shining. Tom Likas, when has Tom Likas ever had black women on his show?
Hell if I know. I've never listened to Tom Likas, so I don't know nothing about him for real.
He did credit, and some people are saying he did credit you, yet he stole it and used it as his own. I don't know, man. Who knows, bro? You know how I feel about the white manosphere. I've been saying it for years. They all some Klansmen.
All right, did you see what I wrote about Sugar Bum? Did you read what Sugar Bum wrote?
Hold on. Let me go back to the YouTube tab here. All right.
She wrote, why do y'all expect women that didn't like him to mourn him? So weird.
Oh, we don't. We don't. I don't know. We don't.
Yeah, she talking to us?
We just Sugar Bum, we don't expect him to mourn him. We just
have a little common decency. If the man passed away, there's no reason to add extras onto the shit. You know what I mean? If you didn't like him, you didn't like him. But still, you know, to be dancing on a motherfucking grave, I mean, I just think that's low class.
I am not as high class as you, brother, because it's a couple of people in this life that I would dance on their grave if I found out they died. But
did they do something to you?
They did something to me.
All right, then. That's what I'm saying.
Kevin Samuels haven't done anything to these women.
Say what now?
Kevin Samuels haven't done anything to these women.
No, he hasn't. All he did was tell them the real. You know
and they misrepresent what he said. So
exactly.
We don't expect them to mourn him, but we don't expect him to
be low class at the same time.
Throw dirt, misrepresent who he was when he was here.
Shit, man, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Like I say, if they was to pass, you know, I mean, I wouldn't be boo-hooing about it, but I wouldn't be coming on here acting like a 4-year-old petulant child at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, you know, be easy, man. Catch you on the other side, nigga. Shit. But man, some of these females out there, some of these dudes. I mean,
the dudes are too. Hold on, Wanda. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, boy. Nah, I'm not saying mourn the brother. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know him, you don't know him. And if you wasn't agreeing with what he was talking about, you know, I can dig it. I understand it. But, you know, to get on here and act an ass about it, I'm like, come on now. Let's have a little bit of decorum. You know, let's be mature about some of this, if possible. Because, like I said, I understand the game. You know, I understand, you know, he was just, you know, he was chasing that bag, man. Shit, you had to interject that nigga shit, man, to get that money. Shit.
Yeah. You gotta, clip it out and then hope people watch the rest. But that's where that's where it can, turn into idiocracy, man. Like a lot of people, you'd rather have people not hear anything than just hear only the nigga shit and not go research the rest.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, honestly, that's the catch-22 we all face in life, especially thought leaders and people who are famous. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
famous people that do a lot of good shit, but it's only the bad shit that get clipped out and shown.
Right. Hell no, man. This shit
Yeah.
crazy. Sugar Bum said there ain't no proof of women out there celebrating that he did. That's what
Hey,
Sugar
Sugar
Bum.
Bum, this is what I want you to do.
Uh-huh.
I want you to go to your website, open the new browser, and type in www.lipstickalley.com. And that's where
Oh,
all your your sisters hang out. And go look. Even dude, the day Kevin Samuels died, there was a because I tried to Google it, before it was confirmed, and it was an article from some motherfucker from the Root. Was it from the Root or from the Griot? Talking about when will Kevin Samuels get canceled, and it was some old bruh. I don't know if it was a trans dude or what, but if it was a woman, that was a big buck. Like her arms was bigger than mine, like
damn.
muscular ass chick.
Okay.
Let me see if it's in my search history. Yep, here it is, right here. Hold on, let me put this. This article was published like a day or two. Yeah, it's published on May 8th. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Take a look at this article right here, and then I'm gonna show you. Actually, you know what? Let me just share my screen. Let me just share my screen, dog. Hold on, scare. I'm not sharing slides. I'm sharing screen. Let me close this shit right here. Close that. Oh, it's Chrome. I can share only a Chrome tab. That's what I'm talking about. Share. Good. I ain't got to share my whole screen. All right. Can you see this?
Yeah.
This article was written on May the 2nd. When will Kevin Samuels finally be canceled? By this Candy McDuffie person, and it was on the front page of Yahoo, but it's taken from the Root, and we know the Root is we know the Root is some bullshit anyway.
Right.
But let me Google this so I can show you the writer of this article. Candace McDuffie, the Root.
Ooh-wee.
Let me hold on. Where's CandaceMcDuffie.com? This is this person's website. Can you see this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it. But what's that got to do with, a whole bunch of women actually shitting on him when he died?
Well, no, this is what I'm saying, dog. If this person, look at this.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
If if Kevin Samuels had this person on his live stream and asking the questions that he asked, what do you think is gonna happen?
On the grill. She be getting grilled up. Cause she be talking about,
so
because
Sugar
she thinks she a 10.
so Sugar Bum, they was celebrating this man's downfall before he died. They was trying to take him out before he even died. So look, it's plenty of proof out there that hold on. Well, actually, you know what? Let me just do it. Here you go, Sugar Bum. Check out this website right here. Lipstick Alley. Look, Kevin Samuels, double standard of treatment of black men and in afterlife. How many pages is on this fucking thread? Well, this one is six pages long, but it's more. Hold on. How do we go down here? Let me just type in. I forgot how to fucking this website is kind of crazy, but let me see. Kevin Samuels. Let me just do this. Samuels. Here we go. This was the thread I was reading. This update confirmed Kevin Samuels passed away. It's 262 pages of comments that you can read, Sugar Bum. There you go, right there.
Shit.
So it's plenty of proof.
Plenty of proof. Shit. Man, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's just sign of the times, man, when you just don't have common decency, man. Just
Damn,
to
like
pay
you said that fucked up shit right there.
just to pay some respects, man. The cat's passing away, man. Irregardless of your ideological conflicts with them, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm gonna drop this link one more time, man.
Hold
If
on,
no
let me see.
one
No
else,
one has shown proof of women celebrating. Common decency is no longer decent in the matriarchal black community. That's true. Y'all keep saying that, but I haven't seen proof. Ryan was, yep, lipstick. He said lipstick alley. I don't know if Sugar Bum is trolling, man. She's just, she's just chiming in. If she was trolling, she'd be celebrating Kevin Samuels' death. That's yeah. I don't think she's trolling. She's just in here having a good laugh.
I ain't tripping. But I dropped the link, and if don't nobody want to come back up on here, man, like I said, I'm gonna chime out in like 15 or about 10 minutes, man. When it hit to 2 hour
I
mark.
thought I saw Pharaoh come in.
I mean, he was in the chat, but like I say, I dropped the link, and ain't nobody trying to say nothing, man. So,
man, this is Saturday night. I was in here doing some damn work myself. I'm
well,
probably gonna about
actually,
to jump in the shower and step out.
I mean, cause bro, what I was about to do, man, I had two things I was going to do. I was going to watch my UFC, and I was going to have a breezy come on over here and get me together. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I love Kev, man. You know what I mean? For me to just go ahead and forego the UFC and get my sloppy toppy, man. You know what I mean, Kev? I love you, man.
What UFC is tonight? Because I know Golden State playing right now.
Man,
I'm missing the game.
Man, I don't drew a blank, man, on who's fighting this.
It's Oliveira.
Yeah, Oliveira and Gagey.
Yeah.
Gagey. Yep, that's the main one I want to watch and shit, man. Shit. So yep, and
And
it's
the Warriors
just
beating the Grizzlies' ass.
it's just now popping right now. It just came on at 10 o'clock, actually, man. So yeah, another 5 more minutes. Don't nobody want to come on here. We're gonna bounce. Mm-mm-mm.
Damn, I
Yes,
can't
Tony,
believe
on
Tom.
pay-per-view.
That's a bad look for Tom Likas, man. I wonder what your boy Obsidian gonna say about that. I'm gonna have to go watch this Edward Anderson video about that. Cause man, look, you know how I feel about, and your boy Tony used to get on me about always calling it out, but it is what it is, man. The white manosphere motherfuckers, a lot of them racist, man. Racist as fuck. So that don't surprise me that Likas sitting over there stewing. Likas over there getting mad because Kevin getting paid.
Right.
Talking about he stole my shtick. Like, okay.
Maybe I need to listen to some Likas to see if there's
Man,
any sort of
Likas is over the hill. Likas even come on anymore. That nigga, Likas is old school. How old is Tom Likas now? Shit. Tom Likas old as hell.
Oh Lord, here go you and Tony again. Oh Lord.
What?
Tony said something. I never got on you about that. About what?
No, remember when I used to go in on Obsidian, because Obsidian used to always try to slam me about that dude Aaron Clary.
Okay.
and this was when Tony and Obsidian was kind of going back and forth, and actually you and Tony had a I don't know if it was a live stream or a regular video. Tony wasn't getting on me about it, but you guys were talking about Jeff Webb and some of the racist stuff going on in your CO career.
Okay.
And I can't remember exactly what it was, but Tony made a reference to me talking about how, a lot of white guys got a lot of racism in the game. Even though he thought that I might be saying that it was a little bit overstated. So he agreed with me to an extent. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to come on in here and express themselves, pay their, respects and whatnot? If not, like I said, Big Mike going to go ahead and shut it on down, man. I'm about to make this phone call.
I've never had anything to say, but all right, man, whatever. See what I'm talking about? Contrarian. just contrarian. Just like I said last, okay, all right, the sky is blue. No, the sky is black. Like, all right, man, whatever, dog. Just whatever. You just want to disagree just to be disagreeing.
Oh my God, man. Y'all two something else, man.
Yeah, it's just like, man, goddamn, you can't talk to somebody who just always got to be negative. Fuck.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna do it, y'all, man. Okay, I gotta put y'all in timeout, put y'all in separate corners.
Well, we always been in separate corners, but that was his decision. Again, he whenever I'm on a live stream, he don't want to get on. Whenever he do a live stream, he don't want me to get on. That goes back to that angry man shit.
Oh my God, boy.
So I mean, it's well, you know me, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
I'm not a YouTuber. Y'all the ones who got the YouTube channels. And shit.
Okay, all right. Now, simmer down now.
Y'all the ones who got the following, not me. So I just let y'all do y'all thing.
Yeah, man. But anyway, I just came on here, man, pay my respects to Kevin Samuels, man. He did his thing, and like I said, fortune favors the bold, man. He was bold with it. Oh shit. Okay. Here we go. Here come the nigga shit. Here come the nigga shit. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm tired of people saying I said shit I didn't say. I don't know what in the world he's talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what in the world he's talking about. I don't care about them white manosphere motherfuckers. I never did.
Okay.
That had nothing to do with me. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm not being a damn contrarian. I'm telling you it didn't happen.
I'm lost here. Like, what was the argument? What's the argument?
Said that I got on him about something. I didn't get on you about nothing, man. I don't even remember that shit. I could care less about what they say. And I didn't have a problem with you getting on any stream. I didn't keep you off any stream. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okie dokie.
Right.
All right.
All right.
You don't have
off a stream. Name one.
The infamous Vector kicked Angry Man out of the chat stream, the one where I was actually in Dayton.
Did I put him off the stream?
Said off the stream?
Did I kick him off the stream? I don't even have a ring.
You didn't, Tony. You did. Okay, we're gonna keep family business in family business. Me and Mike had a conversation, which is why I didn't come over to Mike's house and get on the stream, because you requested that you do the stream on your own.
What stream are you talking about?
We'll talk about it offline, man.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
You know the one, Mike, the one that everybody was like, "Oh, Vector is forgiven for silencing Angry Man." When Angry Man and Obsidian was trying, when Tony and Obsidian had their debate.
Okay.
The first time I came to Dayton, Mike.
Right.
Time I said get out of here because he was in the stream, and Angry Man was melting down, and I said get Kenneth Thompson out of here. That had nothing to do with you.
We not even talking. I'm not even. All right, Tony. I'm not even.
That's right.
With you because you're not even hearing what I'm saying, so it's all good.
Because you're not saying anything.
All right. Okay.
let's just chalk it up to miscommunication, wherever
It's
it
not a
was.
miscommunication, Mike. Me and you had a conversation.
Okay.
So I mean, it is what it is. Tony don't know what we talking about because Tony wasn't part of the conversation.
Okay.
So
So
Man,
you
I don't remember the conversation. I
all
don't
right, well,
remember.
we'll talk about it later.
Okay, all right then. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, well, anywho, Tony, before I go, I'd
Thoughts
like
on
to
Kevin
add.
Samuels?
Got anything else you would like to add before I bounce? Shit. Oh shit.
was a businessman. He was a businessman par excellence. I'm
Right.
not in lionizing him. I'm not interested in dehumanizing him. He was a
Right.
big and he did his thing. And he was, from what I understand, they said he was worth some tabloids or magazines that said he's worth $4 billion. If he can do that on YouTube, I take my hat off to him, and that's that.
Facts.
Mm.
Big
Yeah,
facts.
that's what it is, man. Shoot. All right. Well, let me just tell y'all something, man. You know, I love my boy Vector. I love my man Magnus, man. Tony Maceo, man. Yeah, let's just, man, let's just have a group hug, man. You know, come on, man. Let's group hug, man. Let's hug it out, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talking about shit that happened 3-4 years ago.
Exactly.
Shit, man. You know what I mean? Whatever. But like I said, I understand what you're saying, Tony. You say
I don't.
what?
It's something I had nothing to do with.
Okay, I
That's
got you, man. You know, maybe my man Vector took it. Maybe I said something that he didn't take the right way. I don't know. I can't remember what it was about, man. But it was a lot of weird nigga shit going on, man, with niggas trolling and acting stupid and shit. And you know, I be trying to minimize that shit, man. So, you know, maybe it's my fault, man. Maybe it's on me, man. I don't know. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, maybe it's just me. Okay.
Very
Okay.
well.
All right. All right, man. Hey, man. Hey, check it out, man. Like I said, I'm about to make this call. I'm about to get it on in, man. And I appreciate all the fellas coming on through, man. Especially you, Sugar Bum. Yeah,
Sugar
come
Bump
on.
still in the chat.
Man, ain't no telling, man. You know what I mean?
Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, I think she may have been low-key trolling a little bit, man, because she swept down. She don't see no celebratory statements about homeboy passing away. I find that hard to believe, man.
I find that super hard to believe.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
That's the first thing you heard. Shit.
Oh, hell yeah. They was motherfucking doing the backflips and cartwheels, man. So, all right, y'all. Big Mike, you know, in full effect, man. Max City Limits Radio Show, man. Appreciate my boy Vector. And, of course, my player partner, man, Magneto, Tony Maceo, for coming on in. Yeah, it was sad nobody else wanted to join the stream, man. You know,
Man, you should have reached out to Boogie. He probably
well, like you said, man, when I come on here, man, I don't really be sending out no notifications or nothing, man.
You ain't even send me out a notification and talking about I'm late, motherfucker.
Man, you got my personal number, fool. I hit you up on the text. Don't make me text you the text. I told you, man, what time it was gonna be popping, man. There you go. See, I know. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, now I understand what Tony talking about.
No,
see,
we
now
talking about. I called you yesterday. You was like, "Oh, I'm too tired to do the live stream today. Let's do it tomorrow." Then I'm out running around today, and you like live stream in an hour. I'm like, dog. You gave me a heads up.
Shit, man, you had full 8 hours of. Man, see, there you go. See.
Hey, bruh. So I'm gonna say this. I'll say this again. What? I'm not a YouTuber.
But I gave you 8 hours. I gave you wasn't no hour.
Look, I need 24.
Man, hold on, man. Before I go. Cause see,
I'll be thinking about
you gonna make me,
bro. It's a Saturday in Atlanta.
You gonna make me pull
up?
I'm
not thinking about doing no 8:30 damn YouTube stream. I thought we was gonna do some shit at noon, and I was gonna have the rest of the day.
Man, hold on. Before I get out of here, I'm on, boy. Let me see. What did I say?
You said
not today. I'm about. Man,
look. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's go back.
We can get it done. I said we could get it done Saturday if you still down. You said, damn, okay, tonight would be perfect though. If you feel like it after you get your sleep. I said, I'll let you know. Yep. I really want to do one. You said, how you feeling? This is today.
Yeah, I hit you at 4:00. How you feeling?
4 o'clock.
Show scheduled at 8:30.
So I gave you 4 hours, man. I gave you 4 hours. There ain't no hour. I gave you 4 hours. Heads up.
4 hours, bro.
Yeah,
really?
4 hours.
Hey, if I was a YouTuber, 4 hours would be enough. But I don't get on here.
Man, whatever, man.
You
Whatever.
gotta let you know how we do. We usually do recorded shows.
Right.
So yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
We
I'm just
chop it
out
up
of
on the phone and then you upload it 3-4 days later. We
yeah.
normally don't do live streams, so
Yeah, I'm trying to, join the rest of the world though with this live stream shit,
you
letting
need to get
this
monetized then,
technology.
player.
Man, shit. They ain't gonna never monetize Mac City, man. I've been shadow banned since 2014, Jack. Since
Can
2014
they
for a brief
donate? Or I
second.
guess you'll have to do. You can still do Cash App and shit though, right?
Yeah, they can still cash at me if they want, man. The players been looking out for me for a good bit, man. Yeah, they've been cash apping me, man. And they've been PayPaling me, man. So I ain't got no complaints.
Yeah, true that.
So yeah, they've been, the players been looking out, man. That's what it is. But once again, been trying to get up off of here, Jack.
Yeah. We out.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate everybody coming on through, man. Kicking it with us for a little brief interlude, man. Once again, Kev, rest in peace, man. Yeah. Damn. Another soldier taking out the game, man. All right, we out.